Alright, welcome back everyone. New project day. Got the Wood Trick Mechanical 3D Puzzle Space Junk Robot. From amusement to mechanics. I think there's some motion here, sort of a Wall-E-esque thing where the scoop goes up to its head and dumps in. It looks like that one's sort of halfway opened. I don't know if it's spring-loaded or engine or what's going on to cause that, but that's the plan. Let's see, what do we got here? 358 pieces, and that's no difficulty rating or anything on it that I see. There's some Wood Trick puzzles. I gotta say that's a tractor trailer truck has been calling to me here lately. I'm getting real tempted by that one. I think it looks pretty cool. It shows my age. We used to have fun making the symbol for them to honk at us. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them mostly in real time, step by step, so you can see all my successes and all my failures and how I hopefully fix the inevitable failures as they come up. I get to upload daily and just sort of work my way through my catalog here as I go along. Try and have fun, keep it loose, and just sort of enjoy myself. If you've seen any kits like this or any of the other stuff that I've built, or anything you think might relate to some of the stuff I've built, and you want to see me take a crack at it, feel free to drop that in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. You know, and as I've mentioned last few days, y'all had a good eye, because I've seen a bunch that I missed that y'all have pointed out that I thought, yeah, that's worth taking a look at. I'll get this guy out of here so we can give her a shot. Let's see, got our big chunk of wood pieces to build from, and he's got rubber bands, some wax. Okay, gotta hit the spring-driven one, so got the main spring on, a little sandpaper, and the instruction manual. That's all we got in there. Let's see, slightly bigger picture of their, I guess this is most of their more recent catalog, and the crane looks cool to me too. You know, they got some interesting tidbits here. Well, we got 50 pages, and you have a step counter, and I like it when they have the diagram there so you can see exactly where you're pulling the parts from. It gets a little difficult towards the end. Is it? More. I noticed that on U-Gears. Okay, so there's no, just looking at there's no steps involved at all on this one. Here's that basic instructions. There's your, start off with that spring. I hate doing those, but that's part. Yeah, but there are no steps involved here. It's just strictly go. So I guess I'll go by page number on this one. Okay, set you aside. Let's take a look at our pieces, and we will put my. And we'll get cracking on some building. And no flinching when I cut the retainer on that spring. Okay, while I'm thinking about it, let me turn my wax melter on. We'll probably need that at some point tonight. I melt the wax and apply it with a brush rather than rub it on from the crayon style with the. I just think I get a better distribution of the wax that way. I say it's personal preference to using their provided wax. Just, you know, like I say, coloring it in like a crayon works fine. Let's see here, go to the front side, and let's go right at it. This sheet. Two. Other way. And three. Alright, so only 6 sheets on this one, not too bad. And I've shown y'all before, but I've done some. Let's see, I found it, finally figured out that I bought an old, well not an old, bought a bamboo dish drying rack. Ran some tape between the pylons, and that's the best way I've found to organize these guys, so you know exactly where you're pulling from. For me anyway, and they won't stand up because of the camera in front of me, but I generally stand them up long ways. But with that being said, I'm going to pull the first couple of 3 pages and we'll start building right after this break. I assume they're going to show you a commercial here. I don't know. Okay, here we go. My absolutely favorite part, unleashing the spring onto the world. Trying to find a screwdriver, maybe. Sort of try and keep it contained. Okay, that's stronger scissors. I hate these things. I cut halfway through it and okay. And there you go. There we go. Not as bad as some of them I've done. Those things are just, yeah. I'll say that was a small one. Just, I know that thing's gonna come up and bounce off my face or something at some point. Okay, so that part's over with. We start with it wrapped around like so. Got our arrow. No, what's it? That. Yeah. And then that got the arrow pointing to where that doodad locks in. Right. Now we take these guys. Well, it was on there for a second. These guys go in there and hold it in place. Okay, well, these aren't going to hold it in place, but that round bit will. Okay. Alright, had to stop for a sneeze there. This guy going in on there, all the way in. I think trying to see. Okay. I think I got these. I think they're supposed to go. Okay, that went all the way down to it. Not liking any better the other way. Got these marks on the side. I'm trying to. Okay, that feels better. That's much more snug. So that's probably the way to go. That is locked in place now. So we got that guy done, and that's all for page 3. Now page 4. And it is calling for wax on this bit, and I will hit that eventually, but I'm going to wait till it's time to. I will be doing that later on in this page. But okay, go back side over here. Got the bigger one goes in first, and the little guy. Neither one of these are Yeah, those aren't really locking in at all. So, we got bushings on either side, basically. Now, these guys go in. Okay, got the marked side, the one we're using. Good. Alright. Not going anywhere. It says. Okay, this is going to mount onto this side, so go ahead and get my wax out. And onto here. I just bought a relatively cheap wax melter off the Amazon and some bulk paraffin. Just sort of hold it in place there. And as basically I'll throw this bit into the wax melter at some point. It's fairly full right now, so I don't need to top it off. That's what I've been doing with all the excess wax I've got. Okay, so this guy. Here and get our spring through everywhere. Back and forth a little bit, make sure that wax gets worked in real good. And I think we're supposed to make sure it's shows. We're going to draw it in here in a second, so I don't think it matters as long as you got clearance on all the runs. Okay, that's all for 4. On to 5. I'll make a run for it. Okay. You're coming in on the other side. So now's the time for wax over here. Now, let's see here. We got our mark there in the middle. It's supposed to stay to the outside. You should just line up. That's it. Alright, work that wax a little bit too. Now here's the next part I really hate about these things. Draw the spring in. And I think it's fighting me. That and put this through a little bit, but I don't cut myself with it. Okay, there. I think. All around. Okay, there we go. And okay, take our flap right there. One of these cross members, ease you in. A little bit more, maybe. Some clearance. There it goes. Okay, and so we got our mainspring contained. All right, and it's not. Oh yeah. It pulled this one. Did I lose one of them? Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's that one fell out during all that commotion. Okay. There we go. Now, that would have been easier if it had been in there that whole time. Alright, so I'll say I hate dealing with this thing, so I'm sort of glad that bit's over with. Now we go to this guy. The marks go on to the solid piece. Like so. And up there. And this guy, the bigger one, goes in first. I think this one should lock in on these. Okay. And I think we're eventually going to put gear on these, wax on these gears and this bushing. But that's all for that bit. Let's move on to our next little doodad. Maybe too tight for this one. Let's take it out just a shade. Alright, now what have we done? Okay, so this guy goes on here to lock that one in. Goes onto the not solid piece, the side piece. It's supposed to go in. Shows it going in sideways, so over top of the. Will it go in? Nope. There it goes. And broke. Okay. I was assuming it's going through that narrow bit there, but it's not. I'm liking it. Okay. Maybe I was going too high or going the wrong way. Appears that should have worked. Is there a spare on that one? What number are you? You are 12. Our spare parts piece is 16. Yes, over here. Let's see. Actually, it's included in the diagram which one's your spare piece. That's 54 is the closest, and that's not close enough. Alright. So, no spare pieces on this one. Okay. Hopefully it'll hold together once I put all this other stuff on it. Okay, and then this clutch mechanism goes on with the drive out. Out. Yeah, okay, there is a gap there. Okay. And this one and this one. Alright, now all these guys are supposed to get wax. Yep. So let's just go ahead and hit them right now while I'm here. This one, okay. Right now, get to build on whatever this is going to turn out to be. Oh, there. Go in here. Detailed on that one, so okay. And okay, these are evidently, there's a difference here. I thought they were all the same, but they're any obvious difference. Oh, with the, okay, I see. Stud on the edges versus stud in the middle. Okay. So, okay, that's actually how it works. Okay. These go on either end. These in the middle. Goes up from the bottom and okay. Now we're down to these two guys, and that's all for 6. On to 7. Big pieces. Okay, you do there. And these guys. Right on. here. This slot lines up. Okay. And you saw that splotch of wax sitting there on the camera, so you get out the old reliable plastic razor. Now, you thick part at the top. You go in here. Into the front. You go here to lock it in. You guys go in here. Okay. And let's see here. Looks like more wax through this section and on our bearings, bushings, whatever you want to call them, here on the sides. I'm always fond of putting on too much, that way you can just wipe it off as it goes. It can work its way in and out as it needs to, especially using this melted stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Make sure I got everything. Yep. Okay. On to page 8. Just right in the way. Okay, so when you look at with the chunky part at the top, you go in like so. Go in here. Like I said, I'm gonna lock that wax in and let it come out as it wants to. And here, and this guy goes on here and there. Yep. That's it does do the full spin. Feels much smoother than it looks. We're getting put some stuff together now. This guy comes in through this hole. I'm gonna go ahead and should have done this on those other ones. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one too with the wax. I say too much is not enough. Have to let it find its own. This guy goes up to these slots. To cooperate. There he goes. This guy right there to hold you in place. was supposed to be on this one, this way. Okay, that looks like the picture. I'm sure once we get it in place a little bit more, I'm gonna, oh, makes sense. Alright, that's 8. To 9. We will need you in a second. Right now, just this one. You circle to the outside here. Okay, get to do this again. It says go over the wide bit, wide side. Get you lined up properly. Okay, there we go. I think that one's a little more. That one didn't crack like the other one did. That's as far as you go. You on the other end. Of course, everybody gets waxed. Okay. Now you go this way to this one, like so. Supposedly. Okay, so you're gonna. Okay, so it'll spin one way, but it won't. It locks out the other. Alright, so that's good. Okay. And then on to 10. Right, let's see what we got here. So let's start off, you guys all together. So let's on the end. One. And this one. And as usual on these, everything is a touch of wax. Too much wax in that first bit, but that's still. Like I said, it'll wear off with wear. Okay, now you're gonna be get you while I'm at it. And I missed a piece. 44. Ah, yeah, little teeny guy. Didn't see him. Yep, right there. should have clearance. That gear wheel there. There we go. Working in real good. I got plenty of. Yeah, moves pretty freely now. Okay. Take you there and there. Right in and work you around. Of course, I didn't do the wax on there, but I think I got plenty on the bushing bearing situation over there. Okay, so they're moving pretty good. Now base in here. Okay. Everything's nice and stabilized now. And I see, you see how much wax works its way out of those things when I oversaturate it. Slide you out of the way. Alright. That's 10 on to 11. And the last one I've got pulled, but I think I've got time to pull some more tonight. Yeah, much earlier than I've been the last couple of days. Okay, so don't need you immediately. Where did the little guy go? Okay. Works. Okay. So you go to the side the arrow's pointing at here. And then trying to figure out where we're going from there. Okay. So I think. Nope. Start with this guy and like both. No, one's smaller. So we'll start with the bigger one. And oh, okay. That's what these little guys are for. Get you back to the end. These wedge in side. Whoop. And this one. We've done this before, but not on something this particular. Okay. Okay, so let me get you in. Not much holding these guys on. Okay, get you in one side. I can do this without. Okay, so we got that. Come up. Okay, so you're gonna hit on there. And according to the instructions, I just slide right in, no problems. Oh, wait a second, I think Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Okay, yeah. The diagram confused me. It's the other way. Yeah, that locks in place much better, so that's... Okay. My bad. All the bad things I was thinking about these poor people. Actually, I hadn't got that far along yet. Okay. In place. I'll take next gear. Go on top of those guys. Okay. This little guy. And put waxing. Coming apart again. This direction. Stud going up. Okay. We got our there to lock it in. All right. We got on this end, and these are supposed to be offsets on the steps, aren't it? These guys, where I'm going. And I don't know if I need it or not here, but I'll hit that one. And of course this one. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to, I missed a couple of spots over here. This was supposed to go on the plain one, and this guy. Let's see. That way. Oh, yep, there he goes. Now that's what we actually used to turn it with. Okay. I was wondering why I had those extra pieces sitting there. Okay. So don't get to assemble it all together yet, but that's where we're at. I am going to keep going, so let me pull a few more pages and I'll be right back. Okay, so now this guy. Okay, so we're going to lock these teeth in, I'm assuming. Go, yep, there. So now turn this one, that one turns. Yeah. Oh, nice smooth movement. That's what you want to see. Spin around, make sure those the teeth ones get, that wax gets worked in good too. Alright. Now, whoops. Oh, I forgot to pull the rest of the pieces. Page 12. Okay, so we got 3 and that. So this done, and we go over to here. And we slide these guys in. Here. Now, drop in. Okay, so these shoulders go onto that rail. Okay, so we got those guys are interlocking. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's gonna work once we hold that in place. Okay, now this guy slide this, go from there. These guys, nope, hang on. This one a little bit wider. Yeah, make it solid. Yep, there we go. Yep. And that's all for 12 and 13. All these goodies in a rubber band. First things first, we slide you over top of that gear and in through all the way to the back here. Alright, so there. Okay. Got that. So. Take our band. Go. Okay. Top here. All the way around. Put these there. Okay. And we're supposed to stay on the small. Supposed to end up up here on, yeah, the small bit all the way up top there. Okay. Still trying to. Everybody's in. Okay. Now, you go over here again. You. This guy facing that way. And get as far as it's going to go. Yeah, it looks like there's a shoulder there. As far as it goes. No, it'll go further. There it went. It's supposed to be flush with those little guys there. Now, plain guy on this one. Yep, there we go. Maybe the same. Yep, little guy on the end here. Now, teardrop goes on here. All the way, yep, all the way down. Facing down to line up with the tab here. This guy. Gap there. Yep, there is a gap there. Okay. And then on here. And evidently, yep, like you'd expect, they all get waxed. I guess I already see where it's going, so. much of that bit. Better too much than not enough. Okay. And these. Oh, actually, I think you're from the next bit. Yeah. Okay. So that was all of 13 on to 14, which is these guys. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So first thing, this guy goes in here, and those teeth line up with the grooves there. You're in place. That's going to move that guy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now. Yeah. Here. Here. Even ends on it. Now. We got that. Okay. Okay, so this one there. Line up our lines. And you there. Over here. Yeah, that's as far as you're gonna go. I don't think. Yeah. Plain guy. And this guy. And like you'd expect, more waxing. And I think it actually looks like we don't wax the middle one, but I'm going to get some residual wax on the other one, so I don't think it should matter. And then all the wax on this end. I've been forgetting I like to wax the face of the gears too. It's been a minute since I've done one of these. But that seems to like help with the, if they're flush up against a flat surface, it gives them a little more spin, or easy to spin. Okay, so that's 14. On to 15 here, which I think I'm going to call the last day. Last page anyway. Okay, so you here go in all the way down through there. Okay, so that's gonna lock up with that one and that one. And this is gonna be our break, it looks like. Well, now getting all this in. 15, we only got a few pieces. The same. 6. I told her to pull both of them, but I do not see. Oh, okay, what's the house? Okay, I'm going the wrong direction. Okay, Okay, so with that installed, the arrows are a little bit not super obvious. Okay, now this guy. Okay, so that's going to hit all our holes in gears and sprockets and bearings and doodads and who's-its and what's-its. And get them to all line up obediently. In place. And come up. Alright, that was reasonably undramatic, so that's everybody's. Okay, we're not engaging yet, so make sure everybody's meshing in together. And there, both have got it. And over here, the guys are working. Alright. Seems good. Just so y'all know what I was talking about, the instructions. I'm used to thinking to go that way, but it's you gotta look for these little arrows to tell you to they zigzag you a good bit. Okay. So, oops, just closed it rather than. Okay, so now here looks like we're just doing both sides here. So this goes in holes down there underneath and just. Should just be a matter of dropping you in. In. And here right on this side, same. It's just covering all our, most of our ends of button things. That one was really cooperative. Okay. Okay, so we got. Okay, so everybody's. Let's see. Not sure. Something's gonna pull that back to. We haven't, I don't think we've installed that yet. That's going to be our start button, obviously. This goes, supposed to be turning it that way. Okay, so our spring tightening up as we go here. Okay. I'll have, okay, so yeah. I'll work those as they work those gears in. There's our clutch going down here. The more you use it, the more the wax gets worked in. So yeah, as I go along, it's getting easier to spin it. So that's what you want. Alright, but that's, I think, enough for tonight. Good little progress. Got our, let's see, find us on the picture here where we're at. I think this is going to be, where our wheels and everything are. So it must be down this section. So it gives me an idea of the scale of it. So it's not going to be a huge robot, but it's going to be, going to be good size. I think it should be, I guess, be to about right here. Just sort of trying to gauge it. So that's, like I said, that's where I'm going to stop tonight. It's a good, got our engine ready to go, I guess. Okay, there's our, when our wheels go, it sort of pushes everything around. Nice, satisfying clickies there. Alright, but I'm going to call that, like, again, say it the third time since you didn't hear me the first two. I'm going to call that a night. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time.